Euro USD daily forecast for Friday the 27th of Feb. This is the daily chart. We are bullish as far as the swing structure is concerned. This is the weak swing high and this is the strong swing low, and in between the price is doing whatever it's doing. We've had a break in market structure over here when we took out this candle, and after the break of market structure we can expect a pullback. Right now we are in the pullback phase. We have just about skimmed this demand zone over here, and we also have one over here. Now, is this a strong demand zone? Well, we could say so, because this is the one that led to the break of market structure. So yes. So has the price really pulled deeply into this? We cannot say for sure, but over the last few days we've seen very choppy price action. So at the moment it looks a little uncertain to me. So this is as far as the daily is concerned. We always do like a multiple time frame analysis, which helps us build the story. So we start off on the daily and we know the daily is bullish, but right now we are in the bearish pullback phase of the bullish trend, which could end any time now. Moving on to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is also bullish because we've had a break in market structure here, and after the break in market structure we can expect a pullback. We've had this pullback and it's kind of pretty deep. We came into this demand zone, after which we've reacted. This reaction hasn't really gone anywhere. We've kind of come back, but again we've tried to go up, but it's just going absolutely nowhere at the moment. We just kind of stuck in some kind of a range, and we now need to see what really happens. So when price is in a range, it's a slightly dicey place to kind of trade from. It's better to kind of trade with the trend, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So as far as the 4-hour time frame is concerned, yes, we are again we are in a the 4-hour trend is bullish, but we are right now in the pullback phase. How do we know the pullback is over? We need a bare minimum chalk, which happened over here. After the chalk, I would also like to see a break of internal structure, which happens to me over here. So right now it's just kind of absolutely nowhere. So just wait and watch. Moving on to the M15. Well, on the M15, this is where we are. The M15 for us is bearish. Why? Because we're playing the pullback on the 4-hour as well as the daily time frame. And now, after a break in market structure, we can expect a pullback. Is this really a deep enough pullback, considering that this is the entire leg that we are looking at? So if we just take the fib tool and look over here, something like this. So this is our 50%. So, I would expect the pullback to at least come, cross the 50% and then continue down. But right now, we've come up, we've not really, there's been some selling pressure, and we're just kind of going absolutely nowhere. A very similar situation has happened now, where, we were looking at probably taking a trade. So if you recall, we had taken a trade here. It was a 1:2. I was not very sure, but, so something similar is happening now, where again price is stuck in a range. I do expect the bearish trend to continue until it doesn't. So what has happened here, we came up somewhere here, and maybe from one of these supply zones here we got a reaction which was pretty strong. Then the price came up. We could have maybe after this change of character, we could have gotten in here and taken a 1:2. However, this didn't really feel very natural to me. I was looking at more confirmation. So if I just go back over here and somewhere here, and then if we look at the 5-minute time frame, because that's what I go on to, so price is pulled into this 15-minute time supply zone. But now for me to trade, I want to see a very clear sweep of liquidity. This candle here has absolutely no inducement. If had these been somewhere closer, then this would have been like a sweep of all these equal highs. However, this doesn't look like a great sweep to me. So what I was waiting for was probably that, we now have a chalk, and this becomes like a fake chalk, and then price comes up and takes out this high. So let's just play this on one candle at a time. So we had this huge break, and I'm now thinking that okay, this gives a lot of momentum and people will look at maybe entering on this candle somewhere or maybe on this candle. But in my mind, this is just a change of character which has not really done anything apart from coming from this zone. I'd like this to, if it has kind of swept some liquidity over here, and if this was a little closer here, then yes. But this doesn't, in my playbook, it doesn't kind of fit in terms of a place where you could trade. But if you were really kind of gutsy and ballsy, then maybe you could have a 5-minute zone over here, and once the price comes in here, you can look at possibly taking a short, which would be something like this, and maybe just go for this, like a almost 1:4 kind of a thing. If you want, we can just, okay, so something like this. So if price comes in here and goes, but this to me is more like gambling, but I wouldn't have taken this trade. And you can see, okay, now we got tagged in, okay, and if we play this forward, and there you go, you would have made a cool 1:4 over here, and maybe even more. Like, I think we went on further, and yeah, this would have been like a really cool trade, but it doesn't fit into my playbook, so no point in talking about this. But now what also happened is that, because now I see, yes, there's a lot of momentum. So I'm interested in this candle, which actually led to this chalk and even break of this. So once price comes up here, I would definitely be interested. And if we now look at price, it has actually come in here. Now, like I said, I want to see a sweep of liquidity. So let me switch over to the 5-minute time frame, and so again, nothing very much, but if you want, maybe you could enter on the entire 15-minute time frame over here. Maybe just cover this a little, and then possibly look at maybe something like this. This should be good enough. But again, bear in mind that we are very close to London opening. This is about 6:30. I would wait for maybe another chalk and then kind of look at an opportunity to enter, because 7 a.m. there's going to be a lot of momentum coming in, and I'd be cautious. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm a little conservative when it comes to taking trades like this. But yeah, this is an idea that you could possibly look at and play a quick 1:3 kind of a trade. Like I said, if you're really gutsy or ballsy, you can do that, or maybe even something like this. This is not too much of a trade-off. I mean, too much of a reward for me. Maybe go for this, something like this. So, but that's up to you. If you really want to take it, I would not, but I would wait for more. It's just about another 40 minutes, and yeah, let's just wait and watch and see how price plays out in the London section. All the best to all of you, and may the markets be with you.